Hello, everyone. My name is Ademola Adebanjo. Today, I want to give a presentation titled The Dawn of VIREXIT. The presentation titled The Dawn of VIREXIT is about a cause that, in my opinion, can help humanity to solve the fundamental problem that is the basis of all others, the basis upon which all human structures are laid. So, what is Brexit? What is Brexit? Many of you are familiar with Brexit, which means Britain exit from European Union. Brexit, Britain exit from European Union. So the word Brexit is coined from that word, and it means the virtual exit from the current monetary system of the world. Brexit, the virtual exit from the current monetary system of the world. So the dawn of Brexit means the beginning or the awakening into the virtual exit from the current monetary system of the world. So the question is, why Brexit? Why Brexit? Very good question. Now, living involves interactions between human beings and the environment. These interactions involves changes of values, our inner values. These values are our talents, our energy, time, productivity, ideas, creativity, and so on. These values are expressed in one form of product or service, and we have over time grouped these interactions into sectors that form the economy, like education, transportation, industry, health, and so on. But for these interactions to take place, money as a medium of exchange is required. Money is the cause of movements in all human affairs. That is why it is called the blood of the economy. So, the system and the structure that determines the use and movement of money dictates the condition of the users, even their psychic condition. The monetary system of the world, used in majority of the countries, is a debt-based system. It is structured to drain the people of value to the benefit of a few. The international banking cartel. Money has gone through several stages in the evolution of human life on earth, from barter through barter is about exchange of value for value, product for product. When transactions grew complex, it was necessary to introduce an independent and objective factor which can measure more fairly. This is money. Money actually is an agreement between groups of people to use anything as a medium of exchange. In the past civilizations, many things have served the purpose of money: precious metals, gold, silver, cow, seashells, and so on. It is interesting that at a time in England, a piece of stick called the tally stick was used as money. Can you imagine that? A piece of stick. Gold and silver for a long time served as the best form of money because it has all the characteristics of a stable money. But money became unstable after the advent of paper money. Goldsmiths who issued paper money were able to manipulate by printing more paper than the precious metals in their possession. That was the beginning of fractional reserve banking. Now, realizing that few people came back to redeem paper with gold, and the goldsmith became rich by issuing interest-based loans on this paper money that had no gold backing. They became so rich that they were loaning government and kings money printed from nothing, which were paid back through public tax, the sweat of the people. As the interest grew, so is the working people drained of value because money printed from thin air has no backing, so it depreciates over time. These money lenders were able to gain control of government through supply of paper money and through debt. A king's bank was created by these private lenders, which became the first central bank, the Central Bank of England. Through the use of force, coercion, and colonization, this central banking debt-based system was replicated in other countries throughout the world through the cunning instrumentality and strong network of the Rothschild family empire, who had found sponsoring wars to be profitable and an instrument of control. An international banking cartel was formed, which sponsored and influenced the structures and systems created during the Industrial Revolution, which makes it possible for them to control and enslave the world using debt and fear. You all know that when you are in debt, your lender is in control. Debt breeds fear and scarcity. This depreciating monetary system is the basis of all the structures and systems man has laboriously created over centuries, especially during the Industrial Revolution through the influence of the banking cartel, be it in education, health, socio-economic, government, even religion. Because the purchasing power of the currencies keep depreciating, you need to work more and more in order to gain your value, to contain your value and maintain a particular standard of living. This has thereby encouraged greed and desperation to increase profit, even at the expense of others. Ladies and gentlemen, rich or poor, we are all becoming poorer by the day, except that 1% who are above the law, controlling governments and the issuance of money. When what 1 million naira can buy today is what 500,000 naira can buy in 2015, and it will have changed in another 1 year. We all know what happens once minimum wage is increased in Nigeria. What a vicious cycle. For detailed information about this, check the links in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, the industrial age was an inhuman period in the history of man. Man of today regards himself as the most civilized in the evolution of man, priding himself in the achievements in the area of science and technology, inventions and discoveries, buildings that touch the sky, space travel, and space exploration. But at what cost? Man indeed has advanced technologically, but his humanity and the environment has retarded. His technological advancement and proud achievements of the Industrial Revolution has seriously caused devastation to the environment and to himself. It is more of a curse than a blessing. The industrial age was marked by the rise of industries and mass production, and the ensuing growth was motivated by profit. Only here and there do you find genuine love for humanity. Thousands of people left the countryside to work in the big cities, only to be exploited. They worked in large factories like machines. The mass production and the expansion of industries exploited the natural resources arbitrarily, resulting in deforestation, extinction of wildlife and aquatic life, depletion of the ozone layer. The production of harmful products results in disease and natural disasters resulting from global warming. Apart from this, many innocent nations were exploited, colonized, and devastated for their natural resources, resulting in conflicts and wars, extremism, and terrorism. This has also resulted in a wealth inequality and extreme poverty in the world, particularly through the educational system, which keep people with fixed ideas and seeking for jobs, ignorant of certain things, and scarcity minded. That 1% of the population has 95% of the wealth of the world today, where the remaining 99% share just 5%, and 80% of the 99%, excuse me, can barely feed themselves. What 300 people, to make it clear, that is 13 families have is more than what 3 billion poor people have combined. This cannot continue. We indeed deserve the holy wrath of God. Can God ever forgive man for these damages? This image, created by Robert Kiyosaki, explains the predicament of the Industrial Revolution. Now, this picture explains the four ways in which all human beings have been programmed to work and make money. He calls it the four quadrants. The E quadrant as the employee, then the S quadrant, the self-employed or the skilled laborers, then the B quadrant, the big business owners, and the I quadrant, the investor quadrant, the investors. Now, you can now group them into two. You have the active income, which applies to the E and S. Then we have the passive income, which applies to the B and the I. Now, active income means income derived from the personal effort or the exchange of your time for money. Now, passive income means income derives from the combination of your personal effort and time with the productivity and effort of others. For you to be a big business owner, you must employ at least 500 people. That means the productivity of 500 employees. Now, the interesting thing is that majority of the world belongs to the active income, and less than 20% of the world belongs to the passive income. And the reason is that only a few have the knowledge of how to make passive income, because that is the income that can move faster than the rate at which the currency depreciates. And the income that is the solution to the circumstances in which we find ourselves. The educational system does not train people to make passive income. It is the income of the rich. And also because it requires patience, perseverance, and a lot of time to create passive income. So you find that the majority belong to active income, and that is employees or self-employed. Now, the E, the employee, you find that he is the one that works for big business owners or the investor. You find that the greatest victim of this monetary system are the E and the S. He is distracted from pursuing worthy causes because he has to work and work and work in order to make more money to be able to make a living, in order to be able to contain his own value to make a living. And so you find many people work 2 or 3 jobs at a time. And you also discover that it is not possible for employers to continue to increase salary at the rate at which the monetary system depreciates, because the employer himself cannot just continue to increase prices of products and services in order to be able to pay salaries. Cannot increase it arbitrarily in order to pay salaries, because no customer will buy like that. So you find that the employers always find a way of managing their resources to their own advantage, and most of the time to the detriment of the employees. And so you find the employees going on strike, protesting for salaries, just as we're experiencing presently in Nigeria. That is the predicament. And so the same thing also applies to the self-employed. He has to continue to work and work and work in order to contain his value. And because he is not a big business owner, he discovered that he cannot work in order to make that income that will put him ahead of the monetary system. Now, the big business owner is also a victim of the monetary system, because he is also compelled to innovate products that do not last, products that lures people through advertisement and compels people to buy more and more in order for him to increase his profit. And these also increase the cost of living of people, of customers. Man is the only creature that pays to live in this planet. Innovations that promote self-sufficiency were discouraged by big business owners because of competition. Many of those who invented self-sufficient energies or cars were um, killed or incapacitated. Many of you will remember what happened between Tesla, the inventor, and the businessman Thomas Edison. Today, people think that it's Thomas Edison that actually invented um, the light bulb. Actually, it is not. You can see that everything is done as a system of control, enslavement, and profiteering. And that was what Thomas Edison did. Now, for the investor, the investment system has allowed people to use money to grow money, a system of speculation and gambling. Very few people invest because of genuine love for the vision of a company. Most people, most big time investors invest in companies with the intention of taking them over, or they invest out of greed to make more money. The stock market crashes experienced several times in the last centuries never induced man to reflection. Now, this mindset is also reflected in the interpretations of the teachings of various religions, also in entertainment and sports. All these have become so competitive, enslaving, and undermining. Now, this system has proven over centuries to be incapable of promoting and supporting humanity and the environment. It is designed to benefit only a few and enslave the majority. It is lacking in love and justice. Anything that lacks love and justice can never promote humanity and will simply lead into inevitable collapse. And we are close to that collapse. Very few people are aware because the mainstream media does not carry it that paper currency, fiat money, will soon collapse. It's only a matter of time. Even the value of the US dollar, look at $1 from 1917. It has lost 96% since 2005. This alone shows that collapse is inevitable. Anytime from now, it can reach zero. So the question is when. Now, the international banking cartel or the elites have become so powerful that they control the world governments in the dark through the world centralized structure like the IMF, the BIS, the World Bank, United Nations, and so on, which they hijacked from the monarchs who had a plan called Plan of the Experts. Check the link for more for details of that. Now, on Earth today, as you have seen, organized reactions in form of strikes, protests, violence, wars have not helped in the past. Running into seclusion is almost impossible. Many people who have been fighting the system publicly have been assassinated or incapacitated. The cabal are very organized and ruthless. The only way to escape now is not physically, but virtually. We simply walk away without violence, without protest. This is the crux of my presentation. The possibility exists now to virtually exit. How? The emergence of the decentralization technology, popularly called the blockchain technology, the basis of cryptocurrency, has created a way out. Bitcoins, the first cryptocurrency created about 10 years ago during the financial meltdown, whose creator remained anonymous, was created to break the monopoly of the banking cartel. Many people don't know this. Yeah. Interestingly, the blockchain technology can be applied to all sectors of the economy. It is worth looking at. Decentralization brings power back to the people because all transactions between two parties is private, and at the same time, the records of transactions are stored on thousands, if not millions, of computers. So it is almost impossible to manipulate and control it. It is self-regulated. It is truly democratic. Now you understand why most governments and religious leaders may not support cryptocurrencies and why founders of cryptocurrencies have to remain anonymous. because it takes power away from the government and central authorities and give it back to the people. Now, you may have heard about cryptocurrency like Bitcoins, but many never looked at it. Let me use this opportunity to explain. Cryptocurrency is simply money, a medium of exchange, a form of virtual money built on the blockchain technology. That was what the creator of Bitcoins designed. So you see, cryptocurrency is not a business or multi-level marketing. Just as Naira or dollar is not a product or a business, so also is cryptocurrency. Any business or multi-level marketing program built around any cryptocurrency is a Ponzi scheme, and it is a matter of time they will collapse, and many are collapsing. You know that anytime you transfer money using your phone or when you pay for goods using your ATM card, you are spending virtual currency. Cryptocurrency is virtual currency now using encryption technology. This encryption technology is used by WhatsApp. Many of us are familiar with that. When you send a message on WhatsApp, because it's encrypted, as is usually written, only the sender or the receiver can view the message. Similarly, senders, only the sender and receivers of cryptocurrency can see the transaction. But the records of transactions, the ledger, are stored on thousands of computer network called a block. So chains of blocks in a series is called blockchain. Cryptocurrency is a much more secured, safe, convenient, and cheaper way to hold your money. To open a bank account, you need weeks or months, and it's more difficult closing one. You need a few minutes to open a cryptocurrency wallet. If you put 10,000 naira in your bank account for a few months without any special instruction, the sum will definitely have gone down in quantity and quality. It means its purchasing power will have gone down and bank charges also will have affected it. Apart from the fact that the bank will have given out your money without your permission as loans to other priority customers at a profit, fractional reserve banking, and this profit will not be shared with you. The value from the movement of money in the bank makes the bank successful, which doesn't affect you in spite of the fact that your money contributed to the success. But with cryptocurrency, the increase in value of the currency cut across board as transactions is done across the world, even if you don't do any transaction. The advantages of cryptocurrency is enormous. Now, money has continued to evolve through barter, coins, paper money, plastic money, mobile money, now cryptocurrency. As you can see, there are certain things which I want to highlight. Just as I said before, money is about agreement. An agreement between two people to use whatever of their choosing as a medium of exchange. I gave you an example of the tally stick, and I know there are various organizations and communities, private communities that use tickets as their own medium of exchange at particular times. Now again, you must notice that the world will not go back. The world will continue to move forward. The world left barter for coins. We have left coins for paper money. Now paper money has been phased out in many countries, many developed countries, and is gradually being phased out in Nigeria. Plastic money, ATM cards are well integrated in Nigeria. Today, we are hearing that CBN is already working towards creating a cashless economy throughout Nigeria, and they are gradually reducing paper money to about 40,000 naira that you can carry around. So, gradually, it will be phased out in Nigeria, and we will be used cryptocurrency. We will continue to use digital currency, and now cryptocurrency is coming up, and over a million Nigerians already have cryptocurrency. Now, the third thing is that during the transition from the old form of money to the next, it took a long time before the majority of people accepted the new. Many people, including myself, are not willing to change voluntarily unless compelled by experience or pressure from the environment. Even in Nigeria, we all know that it took time before people accepted the internet or before many people even accepted the mobile phone. People don't take change easily. Up till now, many people don't use the ATM card, let alone transfer money with their phone. They prefer to use cash. But as many people have been accepting ATM because of the policy of the government, so because of pressure, they are adjusting. And with time, the same thing will happen to cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, most of the cryptocurrency and over 2,000 of them existing today, including bitcoins, are compromised. They have become a casino where people do gambling and speculation. This is the reason why many people are not looking at it. The emergence of a coin market, just like the stock market, makes manipulation by the cabal possible, using the government intention to regulate it. Today, tax are paid on your gains in the market. Coins in the market are called public coins. Only money that holds value can really be a medium of exchange that can break the monopoly of the bankers. And public coins cannot store value when the prices are moving up and down, determined by market forces. And people are controlled with the same get rich quick mentality of the stock market. And also because majority of the people in the market are still losing money in the coin market. And the energy and power that but bitcoins particularly consume makes it difficult for it to become a world medium of exchange. Few people win in a casino. Public coins cannot help humanity in their distracted position. But cryptocurrency still have the greatest potential of breaking the monopoly of the banking cabal and saving humanity if properly harnessed. That mission to break the monopoly of the cabal, to free humanity and end poverty globally, pioneered by Bitcoins and discontinued by the early exit of its founder, is now being carried on by a growing movement of people called the Kringle Private Society, TKPS, or the Billion Coin Private Contract Association, TBCBCA. Now, TKPS is a private contract association. Lawyers know what that means. A private, well organized, focused, and determined community of people. The society came into existence in March 2016 as an evolving community of people, today close to 4 million worldwide, bound together by one purpose: the mission to virtually exit quietly without violence or protest, to exit 1 billion people. The billion coin TBC is the rallying point of the association, the tool established to eradicate poverty. TBC is a cryptocurrency. TBC is an encrypted private medium of exchange which derives its value from the members of the private society to support and promote equitable exchanges between individuals or parties, peer to peer, for goods and services within the community. TBC is a private coin based on abundance for all. A private coin cannot be manipulated because membership is strictly by invitation. Abundance is more natural. When you are self-sufficient, material cares will no longer be a distraction. People will no longer work for money, only follow their passion. People will work together based on love for a mission or work at a job they share in the vision and conviction. There will be no competitiveness, but healthy competition based on inner values. Now, this is the summary of the mission statement of the community. And I read, our mission is to serve one another with love and respect and use the billion coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery. May the scales of ignorance fall from each that we touch, and may each embrace a life full of abundance and prosperity as they accept our offer of free membership within the billion coin community. That within it, they can enjoy all the benefits of using a completely decentralized cryptocurrency that truly respects the financial privacy of each that use it. It's within our power to bring in merchants of all kinds from every corner of the earth to accept TBC for payment for their goods and services. May the billion coin reach its full potential one day when the community grows to a billion verified members, locking the ultimate price of TBC to 1 billion euros per coin. Our mission is great. Our mission is good. May each of us do our part to fulfill it. Amen. That is the summary of the mission statement of the community. The full mission is in the link below, the PDF. Now, the value of TBC is programmed to go up based on every new verified member until we reach 1 billion verified members. The value is measured in grains of gold, not euro. When it started, it was measured in euro. Now, gold is found to be more stable than euro. This is the community's agreement. This is the first time that the human value, our infinite value, our spirituality, is the basis of deriving the value of every other thing. This is one of the beauties of the society that I've never seen before. Only a stable money can truly support people, small businesses, unskilled laborers, humanitarian societies, and non-profit endeavors. Most NGOs and foundations rely on others, literally begging for sustenance or have to engage in profitable activities against their ethics to remain afloat. All of them can start using this as a medium of exchange. It is also a good investment for retirees, for salary earners, and people who also are interested in alternative income. All these are available. So TBC is also an alternative investment. TBC has recognized that poverty is not in the pocket, but in the mind. It has realized that the true way to freedom is through knowledge. Only education and enlightenment can truly empower us. The kind of revelation and knowledge about world systems, global finance, and politics that I have received through this community impacts the great responsibility on me to take action for the sake of myself, humanity, and our unborn generations, and also forgiveness from the holy wrath of God. Now I can see where the fundamental problem lies and what we have to do. Ignorance and scarcity mindedness of the old system created by a few is now being countered by knowledge and abundant mindedness as an essential ingredient. The mission of TKPS is to develop a well educated people whose intuition and conscience is alive, who recognize our common humanity and promote charitable, respectful, good neighborliness. There are trainings and community meetings held online every week. It's an opportunity for community members from all over the world to interact and know each other. Mining cryptocurrency is similar to mining any natural resources. Mining TBC is much different from mining other cryptocurrency. It's much simpler. You only need a computer or a phone. There will be 1 billion TBC in existence, sufficient to sustain 1 billion people per coin. There is a site where TBC is mined. You'll be invited for space allocation to mine, or we can do it for you. TBC is mined in kringles, the small denomination of TBC, just as kobo is to naira. One kringle is equivalent to over 3,000 naira at the time of this presentation. You are allowed to mine as a new member only 250 kringles. Proof of work is required to mine higher quantities, which range from 1,000 kringles to 1 billion kringles. Getting started. As I said, you'll be invited, and you can use my link to create an account for yourself or contact the person that gave you this video. So once you fill the form, once you click on the link, you will fill a form, and your own bank is created for you, which also serves as a location on the mining site. So a free gift of 250 Kringles will be rewarded to you, which you can redeem this month, which is equivalent to about 800,000 naira. And then you will buy an extra at least $220 worth of Kringles so that you can immediately mine 10 million Kringles, which you can also redeem this month. Our recommendation is that you hold your coins for at least 6 months so that it's like an investment. It increases in value before you start spending, but you can spend it immediately once you pay the wallet fee, which is part of the amount you are supposed to pay, and then you can convert to cash. All this will also trade you on how to do. Now, TBC economy has already started. As I said, we already have about 4 billion people worldwide and over 1 million in Nigeria. Many sovereign tribes have started using it as their official medium of exchange, like the 110 tribes in the Philippines and also in Hawaii. The number of traders and merchants accepting TBC is growing worldwide. As more people join the community, so the use of the coin as a medium of exchange expands. In Nigeria, trade fairs are being held nationwide. We've had 2 or 3 this year. The number of merchants and traders keep growing. In Nigeria, there is an hotel that accepts TBC Lagos. There's a supermarket in Kenya that accepts TBC. There are various online stores which I will also show you. There are schools all over Nigeria that accept TBC. I know one in Oyo State where I am that accepts TBC. There are various online malls and shops that accept TBC. Let me quickly show you an example. Um, there is a store called Faruna, which is like Konga. It has various that's it already has a shop in Oyo State and various others in all over Nigeria. Now there's a store called Footmat NG. As you can see on Google, it accepts TBC. This is one. They deal in fashion accessories. You can open it so that you take a look. And then there's another one, another store. Or this one has online store, but it has a physical shop, I think in the east. It is called Carvewin. You can see company accepts bitcoins and TBC. It's also in Nigeria. Let me open it then. There are several others. This is where merchants and buyer interact. I want to show you my own account on Swift Pay. Now, there are various to home appliances, fridge, freezers, small utensils. You can see phones, tablets, mobile phone, tablets, and lines. See cameras, electronics. All these are buy airtime, buy it, buy computers. So you websites for yourself because of time, and then browse through them. I want to finish this on time. So the economy has started. These are the websites. I didn't touch Green Hub. This is another website in Nigeria. They have available. Faruna store is starting with food stuff. It will go into mobile devices, electronics, filling stations, and so on. Faruna has physical store in more than 15 states of the federation. Now, the decentralization technology provided on blockchain is an emerging technology. Less than 1% of the world population have heard about it. This is just like the period when the internet was just emerging about 30 years ago. This technology, from what I have seen, can be applied in virtually all sectors of the economy. This provides an opportunity for all of us in various trade profession to learn about it and apply it to our professional calling, especially the young generation, looking at the unavailability of employment opportunities. What is that thing that you enjoy doing for people? You can turn it into a service that can be a source of income on the blockchain within our community. I can tell you, doing business in this emerging world is truly inwardly satisfying. The debt-based monetary system compels people to desperate acts and unethical conducts to stay afloat. All this you can see around you, even if you don't wish to. With some creativity, you can improve your income. So there are opportunities for you to even make money on blockchain, and all this we will help you to understand at the time you register and um, join us. So thank you very much for your time. I hope that this presentation is worth your time. But if you want to get started to join the community to virtually exit, you can get the free gift by using my link or contact the person that gave you this video. And then you can pause this video at the and look at the link below, the description below for the link and for other items. There's also a document which you are supposed to be given by your sponsor, or you can contact me. My phone number is there so that I can give it to you. It has our training procedure to help you understand how to get started, how to go about using your navigating through your back office and spending, and how to also convert to cash BBC. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and I will enjoin all of us to stay with us. Let me get back to the video. Stop sharing. No, just as I said, contact the person that gave you this video and get started. May God help us all. Amen.